Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the Gig Harbor City Council special meeting of Wednesday, June 1st, 2022. The time is 2:01 p.m. I believe we have a couple council that might still be trying to log on, so we will acknowledge them when they get here. But for now, I will turn it over to our city clerk for a roll call.
Thank you, Mayor. Councilmember Barber.
Here.
Councilmember Denson.
Here.
Councilmember Henderson.
Here.
Councilmember Likens.
Here.
Councilmember Rodenberg has not joined us yet. Councilmember Storsett has not joined us yet either, and I believe he's excused today.
Okay.
And Councilmember Wook.
Here.
Okay, great.
5 present.
All right, well, welcome again, everyone, and we will just jump right in to new business item number 1, which is Resolution 1247, declaring the 19th of June recognized as Juneteenth as an official city holiday. And this report comes from our city clerk, Josh Stecker.
Thank you again, Mayor. So this resolution will officially adopt Juneteenth, the 19th of June, as a city holiday. This will be a day that we close city offices. It'll be a paid holiday for city employees. We're doing this in recognition of the Juneteenth holiday, which we first celebrated last year by proclamation. And last year, I believe, was the first year that the federal government acknowledged it as an official holiday. And then this year, the state of Washington is acknowledging it as an official holiday as well. So we are joining in alongside the federal government, the state of Washington, and many other Washington cities in acknowledging and adopting this holiday. Part of the action with the resolution officially declaring the holiday is we are asking council to also authorize the mayor to sign 2 MOUs with our Teamsters 313 and Teamsters 117. This is for the supervisory group and the non-supervisory group. Both of their CBAs have a list of approved holidays in the CBA. So this is just an MOU saying we're adding an additional holiday that will be recognized in the CBA. So both the unions have already signed off on that, and in your packets, you should see the signed versions of the MOUs. So if there are any other questions, I'm happy to answer them. Otherwise, I'll turn it back over to the mayor.
Thank you so much, Josh. Any clarifying questions from council on this agenda item? Okay, I'm not seeing any. We will open up public comment. Josh, were there any written public comments submitted for this item?
No written comments for this.
Okay, and I think there's one person in attendees, anyone online watching that would like to comment on this item? Okay, seeing none, I will close the public comment. Any council deliberation or comments or action? Councilmember Wook.
Yes, thank you. I move to approve Resolution 1247 and authorize the mayor to sign MOUs with Teamsters 117 non-supervisory unit and Teamsters 313 supervisory unit, recognizing Juneteenth as an official holiday.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any other deliberation from council or comments? Okay, great. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Not that I heard, but okay, motion passes. Thank you, council. And we will go right.
Mayor, I would just like to say to Josh Stecker, thank you so much for putting the MOUs forward, drafting those and coordinating, as well as the resolution for the Juneteenth holiday on short notice. Just wanted to appreciate Josh.
Yes, we very much appreciate Josh in many, many ways. So thank you so much. So moving on to our second item of new business, this is Resolution 1248, adopting a mitigation plan for wetland impacts associated with the Burnham Drive Phase 1A project. And this will be, the report will be our Public Works Director, Jeff Langhelm.
Thank you, Mayor. Good afternoon, Council. Back in May, it was May 12th, we had a study session on this topic. I'm going to bring up the map that we had at the study session that was focusing on the result of that study session here in just a second. But this is, the intent is to find some mitigation on an existing city facility that we can use for the Burnham Drive half-width frontage improvements and culvert replacement project. So I'm gonna share my screen now. Hopefully you can see the map on your screen.
Yes.
And so this is the result of the study session from May 12th, which is to move forward with removing invasive species and replanting with native vegetation in these odd shaped areas here on city's parcel ending in 4046, which is immediately west of the treatment plant, and it'll be uphill of the Cushman Trail. So that was the result of the study session, and this resolution binds the city into proceeding with this and identifying this as mitigation for the federal approval for the permits required for the project. So we're just asking for approval of the resolution so we can proceed and with the final steps in the permitting of the project.
Okay, great. Any clarifying questions from council? Councilmember Henderson.
Thank you, Mayor. Director Langell, thanks. That looks good. Do we happen to know what invasive species that we're talking about there? Is it the, oh, what's the name of the one? I just pulled a memory blank on that one. The one with the yellow flowers.
Scotch bloom?
Scotch bloom, yeah.
Yeah. My understanding is
down the trail.
yeah, my understanding is it's that, and there might be some blackberries and some non-native blackberries there. Yeah.
Were we thinking of doing that with some volunteer help maybe versus city staff?
We could, we would likely have to coordinate that ourselves. We have in the past worked with Pierce Conservation District for planting with volunteers, but they're a little reluctant to do that as part of a condition for mitigation for a project. So we can reach out to them to start with. If not, we can look at other volunteer opportunities, or we'd have to pay the contractor to do that work.
Okay. Any other clarifying questions from council? Okay, sorry, I'm not seeing any. I will open up the public comment period. Josh, were there any written public comments for this agenda item?
No written comments for this item.
Okay. I will open it up for those watching online. Anyone online wish to comment on this? I saw a hand raised, but then it went down. Oh, hand is still raised.
Oh.
MJ at MNCI 78.
That's me, but I can't get on the call.
Okay, Councilmember Rodenberg,
I'm bringing it
hello.
over right now. Okay.
Okay, now we know that that's you. All right, well, it's good to have you, even if you can't be on video. Glad to have you here. Welcome. Oh, there you are.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay, let's roll.
All right.
You've been
Yeah,
waiting
we can-
for me,
we can
right?
really start now because you're here. Okay. All right. Welcome, Councilor Rodenberg. Okay, I don't see any hands raised in the attendees section, so I will close the public comment. Any other council deliberation or action on this item? Councilmember Barber.
I move to approve resolution 1248.
I'll second it.
All right. Any other questions or comments by council? Okay, seeing none, we have a motion and a second to approve resolution 1248. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstain? Okay, motion passes 6-0. Thank you, council. And we will go on to our final item of new business, which is the America's Water Infrastructure Act reporting professional services contract. And this will again be a report by our Public Works Director, Jeff Langhelm.
Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate council gathering on short notice for this topic. I know the other ones are important. This one is also important. The city we produce documents that are critical to our emergency response and operation of our utilities. And these two documents are two documents that we have created in one way, shape, or form in the past. Last time we created these was in 2016. They're required by Environmental Protection Agency as part of our operation of our water system. And so we created our new water system plan in 2018. We had hoped and assumed when that was created that the 2016 versions of the emergency response plan and risk and resiliency assessment would suffice for the entire duration of our water system plan. We thought the timing of those would align. EPA has notified us recently that they don't agree with that, and so that they had said that we now need to update our risk and resiliency assessment and our emergency response plan. They kindly gave us 90 days to complete the risk and resiliency assessment. That's part one of the two documents we need to prepare. And then from that risk and resiliency assessment, then we create an emergency response plan. And so what we're asking for at this point is we received a scope and fee from Carollo Engineers. They're the group that helped us create our water system plan. They're very familiar with our water system. We thought they were the most qualified firm to help us with this. They've also done these across the nation. Carollo is a nationwide company. They've done these for other water systems, and so they have quite a good experience at doing these. So again, makes only good sense in our opinion to have Carollo do this work. They gave us a scope and fee to complete these two documents in the time frame that EPA has allocated, which is 90 days for risk and resiliency and 6 months for the emergency response. And that came out to be just under $88,000, as you saw in this council bill. We have scheduled tentatively a kickoff meeting for this Friday with the consultant to move forward with this, and we'll be back with you, giving you notice of completion of the plans. I need to talk to the city attorney to see how widely we distribute those plans, because they are fairly safety oriented, and they have some sensitive documentation in there. So we don't distribute those readily. But if there's any questions, happy to try and answer those at this time.
Councilmember Henderson?
Thank you, Mayor. Again, Director Langhill, thanks. They'll get it done this time in 2022. When's the next update due? And is that something we can do with in-house staff at that point?
We possibly could do that with in-house staff. My understanding is EPA continues to have 6-year cycles on these. The water system plans used to be 6-year cycles, and the state said, you know what, that's too time consuming to do them every 6 years, so now do them every 10 years. So in 2018, we worked on the assumption that the risk and resiliency could also be 10 years, but it isn't. So we are going to put this on our calendars to come back and review our plan 5 years from now and see what we need to do so we can put it together in a timely manner.
Thanks.
Great. Any
Jeff,
other?
excuse me, Mayor. Jeff, did you indicate what the financial penalties are if we do not comply with this?
I did, under fiscal consideration of the council bill, this daily civil penalties may result in $58,000 a day. Or total 58,000. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. I don't see any other clarifying questions. I will open up the public comment period for this agenda item. City Clerk Sticker, were there any written comments submitted on this item?
No written comments.
Okay, I'll open it up to anyone watching online. Anyone online would like to speak on this agenda item? Okay, seeing none, I will close the public comment period and open it back up for council deliberation and action. Councilmember Wook.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I move to approve and authorize the mayor to execute a professional services contract with Carollo Engineers to support the city's water system planning efforts in an amount not to exceed $87,692.
I'll second that.
Who was first? Was that you, Roger?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, all right, we have a motion and a second. And I don't see any other raised hands. So all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? Okay, motion passes 6-0. Thank you again, council. Okay, I think if there is nothing else for the good of the order, I would entertain a motion to adjourn. I think that might be the fastest meeting we've ever had. I know, we should all do a little dance.
I like Katrina's happy dance.
Yes. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Great. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, meeting adjourned. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a
Talk to
great
you guys
evening.
later. Bye-bye.
Bye.